So let's get started. So before we go on and give a detail about eBay, we just have a quick quiz in order to just test your IQ. So yes, almost 30% of this category is exported from India to USA every year. Can you guess which one is it? Any guesses?
Sorry. Yeah.
It's
Got
correct.
it right. Got it.
Congrats.
Where's the bill? Where's the price?
That's after this quiz. There are more two. That's jewelry. The next one. This famous Indian cosmetic company with a French opera name is today an international brand. Can you guess the brand? Pardon me? Lakme. That's correct. It's Lakme. And yeah, this is, you are sitting in an European cafe, you order some coffee, you find out it is from India. Which blend is it most likely to be?
Filter coffee? Chicory?
Pardon me?
Chicory?
Chicory. Chicory is an additive to coffee. It's not coffee.
Filter coffee also.
It's not filter coffee.
Robusta.
But yeah,
Is it Robusta?
yeah, it is Robusta. Yes, this is the bumper one. So Bunch Limited, formerly Bunch International, is a Bermudian food processing corporation with its headquarters in White Plains, New York. As well as being a leading global soybean exporter, it is also involved in food processing, grain trading, and fertilizer. Which brand, one of the longest living in India, is currently owned by Bunch India Private Limited?
Give one hint. What category is the oil?
It's into FMCG space.
Yes, it's related to soybean.
What did you say?
Oil hai?
She said oil.
Oil.
It's very close. It's a brand before it.
Figaro? Dalda?
It's not exactly oil.
Actually, you don't get -1 because you are So that's the reason.
It's Dalda Mara.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're spot on. It is Dalda.
Yeah, it's Dalda.
अब तो दे दो कुछ
Yeah, so this one goes for the cricket lovers. A few contemporaries of Sir Don Bradman gathered somewhere in Sydney on the 4th of August 2008 to celebrate the legendary batsman's birthday centenary, a good 23 days before his actual birth centenary date, 27th August 2008. Why was that particular date chosen and not his actual birthday?
So,
How do people actually watch cricket here?
I think everyone does, but dates are something like
It's an easy one. You just have to figure why is Gupta brand is so famous for what's his record. It cannot be broken.
does it add up to 100? No, does it add up to 100? I was feeling very gingerly because I think it's a long answer.
And yes, three guesses.
100 add up?
Because it is a date.
Try it.
You can try.
What do you say? Somebody said something.
1970. Last
There is a hint in the question itself.
There's a hint in the question.
Yes.
You're close, but it's not strike rate. It's something else.
Average
Yeah.
run rate.
Yeah.
Right. Very close. Very
Run
close.
rate, strike rate, average.
So just go to one of those.
Run rate is what?
Run rate.
Famous fastest run rate is. Don't follow.
Yes.
Yes.
That's really the answer.
99.94. Oh, yes.
So
That was his cycle.
average. Is average.
Average.
So, which is why they said instead of celebrating his 100th birth centenary, they celebrate 1999.
Alright.
So,
Great. So now we come up to the main part of the event, that is to know more about eBay, to know about global market program. So yeah, here it goes. So it's an all-in-one platform that we're going to offer, which is going to cater to the D2C brands. So this program aims to usher the new era of export. So we are looking at it a different point of view, how we can scale D2C brands. So what are here we going to offer is that we're going to provide high exposure and traffic generation, sustainable growth, and boost in sales. So this is what I think all the new age B2C brands are looking out for in the market, because of course they want to create visibility, scale the business, create awareness. So here is the global market program comes in. So what are the key features that we're going to offer? We're going to offer speedy onboarding, market insights and planning. So it's going to be a data-driven approach where we're going to provide you the right suggestions as to what sells, what are the price points that work in, merchandising support, seller tools and programs, integrated global shipping service, and seller support, which we feel is very important, because as new sellers coming on board, it's not that everything that you know. And when you get the right support, I think it's very much easier for you to scale business when you know how the platform really works. So that's it. That's our motto. Think big, sell global. Thank you all. We are up for questions. Any one of you have any doubts or would like some to ask? We have something or yeah.
So a lot of questions rather.
Before maybe going on to questions, I'd like to highlight a couple of things with regards to what we want to do and are able to do. Is if we talk about, there are two things which come into mind when we are looking at exports. First is compliance, and second is logistics. So in terms of compliance, what we talk about are onboarding. We have a lot of partners who for exports, honestly, the only thing that is required is IC. Unless and until you are working in certain categories, let's say like a food or drugs or something like that, where you need an FDA license to operate in certain countries. Otherwise, all you need is a GST and IEC to start exporting. So if in case these documents are not available, we help sellers gain those documents as well. In case you need some assistance in getting licensing for selling in, let's say, EU or North American markets, we do provide that assistance as well. Second part comes logistics, because exports logistics has its own challenges compared to, let's say, logistics within India. So we have partnered with all the major global logistics players to ship directly from India. We offer 2-3 different forms of shipping solutions. One is where you can ship directly from India to the global customer, which is kind of a single shipment which will go from your warehouse to, let's say, a customer in Mexico or UK, anywhere. Second part is we also provide solutions in terms of what we call as forward deployment, or the very well known FBA model, which Amazon follows. So in this case, you can send out your shipments upfront to the country where you want to operate in. And the final mile shipment, last mile shipment, is taken care by the warehouse operator there itself. We again have tie-ups there with local logistics providers, be it UPS, USPS, FedEx, DHL, all of these guys, which enable last mile shipping as well. In this, there is certain more compliances required, wherein you have to send in a greater size consignment to these countries. So you'll require either an importer on record, or you will require something like your own entity in that country. So again, for this, importer on record is the easiest way to actually operate this model, and this is how most of the sellers or brands operate when they are selling, let's say, in US or UK. Last is again another option that some sellers, which in certain categories follow, is they ship via sea. So sea shipment is applicable for those categories or brands who have, let's say, something like a average weight of their product of maybe 10, 15 or 20 kilos, like something like a furniture on those lines. So which is where air shipment is not feasible. Air shipment is something which becomes very expensive for on a global scale, and which is where we provide solutions where we can use sea shipment to fulfill our commitment. So these are the two main things where we, in terms of operations, and the third part comes how can we enable merchandising. So we have a lot of options in terms of merchandising through the eBay platforms across. So on eBay, you just need one account and you can sell basically on all 58 marketplaces that we operate in. So, and we have marketing opportunities, merchandising opportunities in all of these. So be it CPC model, be it a cost per sale model, we even have introduced off-site marketing, where we promote certain products onto, let's say, blogger sites or discount sites. So these are the kinds of merchandising opportunities which exist in all of these global markets. So this is something which we are looking at and trying to grow the entire business through this way. So I think that was all that I wanted to cover. Open to any questions from your side.
So how does it work? Means we list the products in the Indian marketplace, and after obviously all the compliances which are done, it can be made available to other marketplaces through eBay. And once the let's say a customer from Europe, from some country in Europe, orders the product, then so how do we calculate the logistics charges in advance? That's a major part of it, because obviously all the gross margins and everything depends on that. How do we estimate that bit, from where we can keep our geographical radius maybe?
Sure. So I think that's a very good question. So in terms of listing, right, like I said, it's one account and you can list across multiple countries. So you create your account on ebay.com. It's a global account. It's not for an India marketplace, not for any. It's a global account. Then you can list in, using that account, you can list in various countries. And for those various countries, we have tie-ups with various logistics providers where rates are pretty much fixed based on your weight slabs. And based on that, you can do your final pricing for that particular country. Let's say you want to ship to, in Europe, you have UK, we have different websites there. You have UK, you have France, Germany, Italy, we have different marketplaces, different websites there. So in each of these sites, you list your product. It's the same product listed across multiple marketplaces. You price it differently based on what the logistics cost there is, and you can list it from the same account. You can use it to list it on all of these marketplaces.
By fixed logistics fees, you mean the fees will be fixed irrespective of the location? How does it work?
So the logistics are based on location, obviously, which is why I said, right? Let's say for the UK you have a rate card of logistics. Based on that, you will do your pricing. Let's say
for UK, for different provinces or any
right.
There must be different rates.
Yes, so in mostly if we talk about EU, rates across EU remain pretty much similar. That what your question actually applies more to the US market.
So the difference in rates that you're talking about, province, that's probably not relevant for a country of the size of UK. It's more relevant for, let's say, Australia. So there we have differential rates depending on whether the item is going to, let's say, Melbourne or up north somewhere. So otherwise, throughout the UK, throughout Europe, the rates are pretty much the same.
So largely from my perspective, my main question is that how do I calculate these logistics charges, including the custom duty and whatever it takes, whatever eats up your gross margins, single line about this. How do I calculate this in advance so that I know that this is the maximum cost I am going to incur, even if I get an order from France?
So you will have the rate slabs in advance. So weight slab wise, what are the rates? So 100 to 200 grams, 200 to 500, up to like 30, 40, even 100 kgs. So depending on the size of your product, volumetric weight of your packaging, you determine that okay, this is the weight of my product, this is the volumetric weight, and where does my product kind of falls in which slab, and accordingly you can determine. You can also get in touch with eBay Global Shipping Solution team, which is the in-house team. They can also help you with some of those details.
Yeah, so again, like it's not like one price fits all countries. It will be variable pricing based on logistics, like you said, and that is something which we can work with together to understand how you price your product.
So if your question is I mean, if I broadly look at your question, it's more to do with what is the total cost of doing business on the platform, right? So, one is obviously logistics. The other aspects are the fee, the eBay commission, which is close to 15% eBay plus Payoneer fee. Then you have your own margins. Then there are certain duties and taxes also you have to pay. So all these various aspects of the cost of doing business, we will help you with each of these depending on the product line, depending on the category which you're taking.
So per se, just to ask, out of curiosity, like anyone of you guys are doing international, like global platform? Are you scaling currently present on any global platform? Of now, domestic.
So we started with Amazon US quite possibly back in the last April, but the compliances bit and all of those things, all those hassles that it takes, bank compliances and IEC we already have, but money transfer from Amazon to India and then compliances around that money and everything of that sort. And also so we shipped through air to the US because shipping at that time there was some container issue and all of that. So we shipped through air. There were a lot of charges for the air shipment, but still the shipment got stuck in between for about 1.5 months or 2 months something. Although it was a very small inventory of 5 lakhs something that we sent as a test thing.
Which category are you?
So we are in outdoor gear, largely backpacks and motorcycle gear, all of these categories.
Okay.
So yeah, got stuck there for 1.5 months. Nobody was ready to take the responsibility.
Was it an FBA shipment?
Yes, we sent it to the FBA warehouse, and it got stuck in between for about 1.5 months. We followed it up with a FBA partner also. Took a lot of time. Experience has been really bad for us. That's why we wanted some solution which is really headache free. There should be somebody who can be accountable for whatever happened.
Sure. So I mean, we don't have like a managed solution, like not an in-house solution, but we do have consultants, external agencies who help you with end-to-end, movement of goods and so on. For you. So you don't have to worry about whether my maal is stuck somewhere in customs or there are some compliance issues. So I think that is something that we can definitely solve for you.
So it's going to be your own warehouse that you install these?
No, we don't own any warehouse or any warehousing solution. We have third-party warehousing partners in the US, UK, all the top markets in the world.
Yeah, but is there a minimum consignment size or something?
No, there's no minimum consignment size, but the bulkier it is, more cost-effective it's going to be.
No, but is it like on per order basis, or you ship a bunch of inventory there and then you take orders for that market?
We don't take any orders. eBay is a pure marketplace. You are a seller who is selling in a mall called eBay. You have your own shop. There will be buyers who will reach your shop or showroom, whatever it is. They will buy it. You just have to pay commission to the mall owners. That's how the structure is. So we will not purchase from you as such. You are the owner of whatever you are selling, and you are responsible for it. Obviously, we will facilitate in every step of the transactions that you are doing, or a particular transaction. But that's the beauty of the marketplace.
But you're shipping on a per order basis. Like if we get one order, we ship that particular order through your platform to that customer.
Yes, but most of our sellers, they get orders ranging from 100 orders to 1,000 or even 5,000 orders as well. So on a weekly basis or on a daily basis, so they sort of collate the orders, and then a logistics partner executive will come take those orders on a ship, and then they are going to sort of bifurcate the orders depending on where the particular is going. So that's how it is.
But when would your external third-party warehouse options, when would that come into play?
So basically, to answer your question, there are two options, right? One is you ship individual orders from India, right? Which is what Prasanjit was talking about, where it is single order shipment from India. Whereas the other option, which I think you are asking more about, is we send a shipment right up to, let's say, a UK market or a US market, and final mile delivery is taken care by third party vendors. So in that case, let's say you ship inventory worth of about 10 lakhs from India, it goes to the let's say to the US warehouse. In the US warehouse, the warehousing partner, whoever we are partnering, we have multiple partners, they are then responsible for final mile delivery. So you just book the shipment through their WMS. They will then have a local partner, be it a USPS or a UPS, who will do the last mile shipment for you.
But we have to do that, okay?
Yes, you will have to do that. There are certain partners, so we have a partner called Orange Connects, which is integrated with the eBay system as well. So you can do it through eBay as well. So in terms of you have to book the shipment, in that case, the order automatically gets fulfilled through the eBay system itself, because it's in that Orange Connects warehouse. So in that case, you don't have to book, but if you choose another third-party vendor, then in that case, you will have to book that shipment in there.
And in terms of like marketing, will you be promoting some Indian brands? You have like a section or anything?
Yes, so in terms of merchandising marketing, like I talked about, a few of the things which we do is cost per click, cost per sale, and even offsite marketing is something which we have started recently. Apart from that, there are certain banner ads and deals which Indian brands also get part of in during various seasons of the year. So we enable Indian brands to get part of those merchandising slots as well. So that is where we can that is what we try to get a lot of as many participants as possible for these events, because that is what drives sales.
But that bit is largely more performance marketing kind of a thing, like CPC and banner ads.
Yes, yes.
My question, and rather I think his question also is towards that, is there any kind of an initiative where, for example, Amazon Launchpad was in US and it was introduced in India. It's kind of a curated marketplace inside Amazon with all these brands. You're a part of Amazon Launchpad, along with all the other brands from Goel to Yoga Bar, all of these brands that we heard of. The Amazon Launchpad was a special program where the brands were kind of accelerated. They were helped with special visibility on the platform. Is there any initiative like that?
Yes, so in fact, we just talked about the Global Markets Program. This is the initiative specifically for Indian strategic partners, be it a D2C brand or certain other strategic partners, whom we are enabling to kind of grow globally in a much faster way. So where we are, through this program, you will be able to get better traffic than compared to if you are a regular seller on eBay. So these are the things that we, basically what does somebody who's coming on a global platform look at? They want a better traffic than a regular person. They want growth which is sustainable. And in the end, what does this lead to is boosted sales. So this is what we are giving for selected partners who are part of the Global Markets Program. The idea is to increase traffic through various market insights. How do we kind of place your product? What are the kind of keywords should we use? What are the kinds of product listings? What is the pricing that needs to be done for these products? In all of this, when we help, it kind of boosts your traffic, and then that is where you can kind of scale in a better way. So, like you're talking about Amazon Launchpad or any of their Propel Accelerator program, this is a similar program to that, where we enable certain partners, especially like a brand, to scale in a much faster way than a regular sales.
So, is there any visibility part also to attach to it, or it's all about support and training and all of those?
So yes, there is visibility part attached to it as well. In terms of how can so where does the visibility come from? Is through our brand paid placements. So the banner ads and so it is more so through the marketing tools, performance marketing tools. So that we give access to the brands for all of these performance marketing tools, which gives higher visibility. And pretty much, if I would say, the visibility is about 4 to 5 times than a regular seller. Yeah, so another thing which we have recently launched, eBay has also launched, is something called as brand manager. So if once you get registered as a brand, let's say in the marketplace that you're operating in, then you become an authorized seller of that brand, or you become a brand owner, either which way. After that, you control who can sell your product, which if you want to give it to your distributor, you control whether he's an authorized seller or not. So you have complete end-to-end control of your brand on the marketplace. You own so of course, for that, a few regulatory things are required. So the brand needs to be registered in the country that you're selling it. So that will actually come maybe once you start scaling up in that particular country. But yes, this is also something that we offer to brands through this program.
Is there any advantage of marketing yourself as an Indian brand? Have you seen anything, or is this
So in certain categories, depending on category, there's a lot of weightage for Indian brands. So depending on the category, there is a huge, and there's a lot of Indian customer base also, which is driving Indian brand sales. Right? So Indians are basically everywhere now. So there's a lot of Indian customers out there buying Indian brands. And in categories, certain categories like let's say jewelry or ethnic wear, Indian brands actually command higher sales than let's say a brand based on the US.
So what's the onboarding process? Is that like a vetting?
Then this, in general, you just get in touch with us, we connect with you, understand your requirements, and then we can start your process.
Sounds good.
Anything else? Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone. Have a nice day.
You can